Hello you guys and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. So today we are going to be speaking about Colleen Ballinger and her recent YouTube apology video. So I do want to put a trigger warning for this video as we're going to go into some really sensitive topics, so bear that in mind. I feel like in order to start this video, we really need to give a background on what Colleen Ballinger is being accused of, and then we can react to her extremely horrific and inappropriate apology video. So recently, many fans have been speaking out about Colleen and the inappropriate behavior she has had with them. There have been so many screenshots shared from Colleen's past group chats that literally show Colleen talking to her underage fans about things like lingerie, her asking sexual questions, her insinuating sexual things, her also speaking about her own spouse and her own relationships that she has had. And bear in mind, Colleen knowingly understood the fact that these people were underage that were in these group chats, and she was clearly way older than them. She was an adult and they were underage kids. Someone that has been one of the main people to speak out is a person called Adam McIntyre. I will link his videos down below if you would like to go see exactly what he says. He actually made his first video about Colleen back in 2020, where he accused Colleen of manipulating him as a teenager and taking advantage of the fact that he was such a big fan of hers. Clearly, this is a huge example of parasocial relationships. Colleen, being an adult influencer, has a lot of power over her fans or her followers, especially those who are underage. Based on what I have seen, it definitely looks like she took advantage of innocent and impressionable teenagers, and she used her fans to her advantage. Now, after Adam McIntyre made his video in 2020, many people did not believe him, and he was being heavily harassed and spoken badly about publicly by Colleen's fans. Now, a YouTube video from Cody Rants was published on June 4th of 2023, and this is what has brought up these allegations once again 3 years later. So Cody Rants actually made a video talking about, and I quote, why she left the Colleen Ballinger fandom, and she showed proof that back in 2020, Colleen Ballinger was sending Cody Rants, and not only Cody Rants, but other fans, to publicly speak badly about Adam McIntyre and to discredit him so that they could twist the narrative that Adam was presenting back in 2020. Cody Rants also states that they have further reflected and are speaking out about how they were wrong for doing this. Due to this video coming out by Cody Rants, this prompted Adam McIntyre to making another video 3 years later titled I Was Right About Colleen Ballinger, along with several other videos exposing the truth once again. But Adam is making videos now as an adult, and he is doing it in a way that he is really sharing his story. He is really showcasing the proof. He's showcasing screenshots, screen recordings, videos, and is really going more in depth into everything than he did back in 2020 when he wasn't having a lot of support and a lot of people were publicly harassing him. So this prompted a lot of other people who are now adults to speak out about their horrible experiences with Colleen when they were kids. Another person named Becky actually spoke out on TikTok about an experience with Colleen at one of Colleen's Miranda Sings shows. She actually spoke with Time magazine and stated, quote, that she had been a fan of Ballinger since she was 12. She says that Ballinger has segments in her shows where she calls people up on stage, and one of them is a yoga challenge. This involved Becky laying on her back as Ballinger, in her role as Miranda, spread Becky's legs as a fart sound was played. She describes being terrified and that she wasn't covered enough. So Becky tells Time that she remembers being in shock when she got off stage, but even though she was in shock, she almost had like a bit of excitement because she had never been so close to Colleen and she was such a big fan of hers, and she's really looked up to Colleen for so long. Becky also stated that she was also feeling ashamed of herself. Becky says she kept her feelings to herself because of Ballinger's toxic fans, who she believed would be angry with her if she said anything negative about Colleen or Miranda. So I'm actually going to play the video here where Becky speaks out on TikTok. I think it's really important to hear from her perspective.
Hi, okay, my name is Becky. I'm the girl in this video, and this video has over 1 million views, and that is a lot of people to be seeing this story without hearing it from me, so I want to explain this. So I was a fan of Colleen and all the Ballinger family for a very, very long time, and I think in this video I was about 16. If you've never been to a Miranda show, Colleen frequently has segments where she calls people up on stage. One of those segments was the bit, which I'm not really going to be explaining in this video, but that's why I was kind of trying to dress skimpy so that I would be called up on stage and basically get degraded by Miranda. But I did not get called up for that. I got called up for the yoga challenge. Now, as soon as I stood up from the audience, I saw Colleen's eyes widen because she realized I was not wearing pants. But for some reason, that didn't stop her from continuing. In fact, no adult at any point stepped in this situation. So we get to the point in the yoga challenge where I am laying down and Colleen is spreading my legs basically as far as she can. She spreads them so far that you can see the spandex I was wearing under my romper, which thank God I was wearing. Now, the original video posted by Xandar, I'm sorry if I pronounced her name wrong, is only a screenshot, but there is a whole video of this. But that screenshot is the most important because that is the moment I will never forget, where I was laying under Colleen and she was smirking down at me while thousands of people were laughing, and I was terrified that my body wasn't covered up enough by the spandex or the romper. I basically felt naked, so it felt incredibly sexually violating. I was younger and my body was still developing and I was still becoming comfortable with myself, so for her to use my body as entertainment on stage really set my confidence back quite a lot. And not to mention, after all this, after the show, I had to walk back to my car where there was many men staring at me in a very predatorial way that they were not looking at me before because of how exposed I had been on stage. So I literally did not feel safe leaving the venue. And I'm not saying this was sexual assault, although people are debating that in that comment section, but as someone who has been sexually assaulted, this situation gave me that same feeling where it feels like you need to purge and like clean out your insides, you know, just that nasty, gross feeling. There's a couple comments on Xandar's video being like, oh, she signed up for that, why is this such a big deal, blah blah blah. Colleen exploited my minor body for entertainment and money and did not protect my safety at this show. As an outsider looking into this situation, it may seem like this wasn't a big deal, but this was really pretty scary for my teenage self, and especially as someone who loved and looked up to Colleen. And I could never say anything because everybody loved her. But this is who she really is. She uses kids for her own gain. I was a minor, and again, she did not protect me. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about taking your kids to a Miranda show, I would advise you to think twice because you may come back with years of trauma, and I don't wish that on anyone.
So since then, many other screenshots have been shown from group chats, specifically one called Colleen's Weenies that Colleen made with teenage fans years ago. These screenshots show that Colleen was, and it's disgusting, but she was asking teenagers what their favorite you-know-what position is. She was asking them to tell them their thoughts on their first period and going in depth about these teenage girls' experiences with their period. There's also screenshots of Colleen telling these kids that she wants to have a sleepover with them, and this is a grown adult talking to teenage fans. Colleen was even shown in group chats talking about her own personal relationship with her significant other, with again underage kids that were her fan. She even asked, and there's proof of this, there is a screenshot, that she asked Adam McIntyre when he was a teenager for a picture of his butt after he said that it looked good that day. Again, teenage boy, adult woman. Even after all of this has been surfaced, screenshots have been shown, videos have been shown, people are speaking out. We also have proof that, and I think Colleen actually admitted to this, where she sent Adam McIntyre an underwear and bra lingerie set because she was on live one day and she was like opening and unboxing packages and a lingerie set came out and she decided to send it to Adam because he asked for it and she was giving it away. But again, this is a teenager and an adult. You should not be doing something like that. You should not be sending lingerie sets to children. So as you can see, she was highly inappropriate with her teenage fans, and these allegations, in my opinion, are a very serious matter that she needs to address, nearly a criminal matter if we're being realistic. And I think that there are many other allegations being made, and I can do an in-depth video on that if you guys would like. I'm kind of just going over like the summary of the allegations that are being made, the screenshots that are coming out, and I'm popping screenshots up on the screen if you do want to read those or see them. So let me know if you would like me to make a video on that. I could definitely do that, as again, this is just a summary so that everything makes sense when we're reacting to her apology video. I don't even know if I could really call it that. So with all of that being said, on June 28th of 2023, Colleen uploaded a video titled Hi, where we all suspected that we would probably see an apology, her owning up to what she's done, taking accountability, you know, doing what a normal person would do and kind of talking about what you're going to do moving forward and addressing the terrible things that you're being alleged of doing. And that is not what we got. Instead, we got a video, a 10-minute video of her singing and playing a ukulele. And that's what we're going to react to today. So hopefully that was enough information for y'all to kind of understand the background and how important this topic is. So I do think that this is a really important topic and something that should be talked about and should be handled with care. So let's react to this video where we thought we were going to get an apology and some accountability, but we got a video of Colleen Ballinger singing. So let's see what she has to say.
Hey, it's been a while since you saw my face. I haven't been doing so great, so I took a little break. So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true though, just as long as it's entertaining to you.
So Colleen is saying that we're just trying to be entertained. There are a lot of things being said about her that aren't true, but it doesn't matter if they're not true because the internet's just being entertained right now. In my opinion, I do not think that Colleen can sit here and say that these allegations are not true, especially 90% of these allegations having screenshot and video proof of Colleen saying and doing horrific things. So it has nothing to do with people trying to be entertained, but everything to do with people finally holding Colleen accountable for her actions, which is valid. This is a very serious topic, and I don't think it's something that people are finding entertaining or such an exciting thing to talk about. It's a serious allegation that's being made, or allegations, as I should say. There's a lot of things that she's done in her past that are being brought to light and being taken very seriously now in 2023 that weren't taken seriously the first time that Adam McIntyre spoke out back in 2020. So again, if there are screenshots, if there are video proof, at that point, I'm not sure if we can really call it an allegation anymore. I think that at that point, it's proof. Now you can sit there and you can try and explain the videos and the screenshots and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, we're seeing video and screenshot proof of the things that this person has done.
Right? You guys having fun? All aboard the toxic gossip train. You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation. The toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station. Toxic gossip train. Tie me to the tracks and harass me for my past. Cause rumors look like facts. If you don't mind the gaps, I won't survive in the crash. But hey, at least you're having fun.
Okay, so Colleen here is trying to say that the things that are being talked about that she has done is just misinformation and things are just being manipulated just to harass her about her past, and that this is just all rumors and not facts. That's the summed up thing of what she just sang. So based on what I've seen, nobody's trying to send out misinformation. Nobody's trying to harass her or make up rumors. I think what is happening is that the kids that were once fans of Colleen's years ago, they are now adults. They are at a point in their life where they are comfortable with speaking out about what happened years ago when they were children. I don't think it's an easy thing to share, especially, Becky, the girl who was brought up on stage. It's not a comfortable thing to share with the internet. Anything that Adam went through or all of these other people in these group chats, these are not comfortable things for these now adults to speak about. But I feel like now they are finally comfortable with sharing the things that Colleen has did to them, now that they have taken time to most likely heal from what happened to them and are now adults. And I think that by those people speaking out, more people have felt comfortable coming out. So now that Adam spoke out, Cody Rants made that video. You have the girl that was brought on stage, Becky, that spoke out. Now that more people are speaking out, it's making even more people comfortable with sharing their story because they know that people are going to back them up and they're not going to be sent a bunch of hate by fans, which is what Becky said. Becky even said she didn't want to speak out years ago because she didn't want to be sent hate by Colleen's fans. So now these victims are comfortable with sharing their story because other people are speaking out about it. And again, many of these things come in screenshot and video format. You cannot call screenshots and video proof manipulation and misinformation and rumors. So far, all I see is really deflection on Colleen's part and not really her taking accountability for the things that she has done in her past that are now being brought to the surface. And again, remember, back in 2020 when Adam spoke out, there wasn't many people that backed him. There wasn't many people who seen what he said and decided to speak out also against Colleen because, now they were feeling comfortable. That didn't happen back in 2020. So a lot of the things that are coming up now are things that did not come up in 2020. So they're things that nobody ever knew about in the first place. So now I feel like Colleen's looking and is like, damn, things that happened years ago that I thought were like buried in my past, but they're being brought to light, which they should be, because these are horrific allegations that people are making and they should be brought to light.
Hi everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things. Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say. So here I am, and today I only want to talk about the facts. So I hope that you'll be willing to listen. Here we go.
So I do think that Colleen should have taken her team's advice. I'm not sure what her team entails. Like if it's a PR team, if it's a legal team, I'm not sure what she means by that, but I do think she should have taken their advice. I really do think that Colleen should have taken the time to listen to what's being said, to actually hear what her prior fans are accusing her of and taking that in, and then providing a proper statement after collecting everything that has come out about her. And then that statement should have included, in my opinion, accountability being taken along with apologizing to the parties that needed to be apologized to. Not coming out and singing a song with a ukulele. I just feel like it's taking a very serious topic and it's like minimizing that conversation by reacting in the way that she did. So I definitely think she should have taken her team's advice, waited a little bit, seen what was said about her, and then took accountability for those things, made a video that talked about every single thing that she has done, everything she's being accused of, her apologizing to the parties for that, talking about how she can move forward, things like that. I don't think this is like the way she should have reacted. I think that her reacting this way has brought even more attention to this topic. And I feel like if she didn't react this way, not as many people would know about this situation, because even I know when this was first came out, she was even like trending on Twitter. It's hard to trend on Twitter, and it's because she made this video. She wasn't trending on Twitter prior to her making this ukulele video. So yeah, I think that her making this video actually made it way worse for her than helping her in any way.
Many years ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of a loser kind of way, where I was just trying to be besties with everybody. It's kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, and there's a weird aunt there who keeps coming up to you and going like, "Hey girl, what's the tea?" And you're like, ugh. That was me, but in group chats with my fans.
Okay, asking children. And I feel like I should come up with a code word for like the term sexual, because I'm not sure if like YouTube's gonna like that very much. But asking children about you know what things is not you trying to be someone's best friend. You are a grown adult. You are talking to children about blank, that's the term we're gonna go with, about blank things. You are talking about your own blank life with your underage fans.
It was weird. I've been sharing my life online for over 15 years. I've poured my heart out to you, and because of that I feel like I'm talking to my friends, but in the beginning of my career, I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there. There were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird of me. I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability. But that's not very interesting, is it? So let's go on the toxic gossip train. The locomotive's fueled with hateful accusations. The toxic gossip train. Steamroll over someone's reputation. Toxic gossip train. Hop on board but close your eyes, otherwise you'll realize that the train is made of lies, and that person you despise maybe didn't deserve to die, but hey, at least you're having fun.
So here Colleen is saying that she changed her behavior and she took accountability. So if you actually watched the previous video Colleen made 3 years ago, where she took accountability after Adam McIntyre's video came out, in my opinion, I watched it. It didn't show that much of accountability being taken. I think that she came up with just explanations of what happened. We didn't know the truth behind it. We didn't actually see what we're seeing today. We didn't see those screenshots of those conversations. We didn't see video proof of the things that she was sending in these group chats. We didn't see all of that back when Adam made his original video talking about Colleen. Colleen didn't showcase all of those screenshots in her explanation apology video that she made in 2020. So the issue that we're having now in 2023 is everything is coming out. We have so much more information today than we had back in 2020. And I think right now we're having more people speaking out, more videos are coming out, more screenshots are being shown that show the extent of the things that Colleen Ballinger has done. So people are speaking about it now because they're only getting the full story now. And I don't really think, again, this is just my opinion, but I don't think that Colleen took true accountability back in 2020. And I don't think she's taking accountability in this video today. Instead, she is saying that all of this is just a toxic gossip train that is filled with hateful accusation and lies, when again, we have screenshot proof. So it's weird how she's trying to deny all of these things and saying they're not true when there's so many screenshots and videos kind of backing up what people are saying.
In all seriousness, I do think it's really important to hold people accountable for their mistakes. We should hope that everyone can learn from their mistakes and grow and change their behavior and be a better person. And this is something that I've always tried to do when I make mistakes, and it's something that I will continue to try to do. What? Oh, you don't care? Oh, okay. I thought you wanted me to take accountability, but that's not the point of your mob mentality, is it? No. Your goal is to ruin the life of the person you despise while you dramatize your lies and monetize their demise.
So I don't think that it's mob mentality or people trying to monetize Colleen's demise. I think it's just people truly wanting the truth to get out and wanting her to just take accountability and apologizing for the things that she has done.
I feel like I can already hear the comments on this video. She's gaslighting, manipulating. Oh, she's a narcissist and a rat. I would never make a mistake like that. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that all of you are perfect, so please criticize me. Bring out the daggers made from your perfect past and stab me repeatedly in my bony little back. I'm sure you're disappointed in my shitty little song. I know you wanted me to say that I was 100% in the wrong. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna take that route of admitting to lies and rumors that you made up for clout.
I'm just at this point shocked. I'm beyond shocked at the things that she's saying and singing in this video. I was hoping that at one point in this video, we would see her take accountability or speak about the things that she has done. I feel she is truly trying to minimize everybody who is hurt by her and who is hurt in this situation by her saying that these are made up things that were just made up for clout after people are sharing screenshot and video proof. And I think that it's really hard to watch from an outsider's perspective, things that she's done to children, to teenagers, to underage kids, things that she has done to them, and her minimizing their experiences in the way that she's doing that. Another point to touch on at this point in her video is nobody's saying that they're perfect and that nobody makes mistakes, because I believe no one's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. I make mistakes every day of my life, and so does everybody else in the world. But what Colleen did was more than a mistake. The things that she's being accused of are way more than just making a little mistake. And I think she's failing to realize that.
Hey everybody, I found someone new to harass. She did some things that I do not like in her past. So everybody gather round, cause we're about to attack, but not based on facts, oh no. Your loaded lethal weapon is your fingers on the keys. You don't need any armor when you can hide behind a screen. So shoot me down quick with a click and bam.
So I don't think that it's just little things that you did in your past. It's inappropriate. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this in this video. Probably a million. We can count how many times I've said that. So it's not just little things that you did. It's inappropriate, blank. Conversations with minors. It's pinning fans against those who spoke out. It's going on stage and taking a minor's legs. These are huge things. That is not just a little thing that you did in your past. It's a real issue that you're sitting here trying to minimize by calling it lies and all of that. On top of that, another thing to keep in mind is at the beginning of this video, Didn't she say that she already took accountability, right? So she's trying to say that back in 2020, when she made that video, she took accountability. She's trying to move forward. Why are people bringing things up again? They're just doing it for clout. All people want to do is make money on her demise and like keep bringing things up that she did in her past, etc. Right? Like that's what she's saying. So at the beginning, she said, oh, I'm taking accountability for my actions. I already did that. Then she also keeps mentioning that they're all lies. People are attacking her. So which one is it? Did you take accountability and these things are true that people are seeing with their own eyes? Or is it all lies that people are trying to spread for clout? So I don't think she took accountability if she's saying it's lies. Like, which one is it? Is it lies or is it you already took accountability?
My reputation's deceased. I also wanted to take a minute to talk about that girl Miranda sings. You know the one. Yeah, her. She's PG-13. It says that on my website, and it's always been that way. And that's why you won't find my videos on the YouTube Kids app. Anyway, I didn't realize it was my responsibility to decide what was appropriate for every kid to see. I've always relied on parents to decide if they're comfortable with their families watching my YouTube videos or coming to my live shows. Now, have I made some jokes in poor taste? Yes. Have I made lots of dumb mistakes? Yes. Am I sad that there are some fans who feel betrayed? Yes. But was my intention to manipulate? No. It doesn't really matter what my intention was, because it seems as though everyone's already decided on that. Let me tell you, it's not very fun to have millions of people all over the world call you the most vile, horrendous, disgusting, life-ruining words that a person can be called, in my opinion. It doesn't matter that these things aren't true. Everyone just believes that you are the type of person who manipulates and abuses children.
Leaving the parents aside, so she kind of touched on the Becky situation that happened. Also so weird that this woman's name is Becky, because in a lot of my videos, when I'm like trying to keep someone anonymous, I call them Becky. So I'm like, her name is really Becky. So she kind of hinted on that, talking about it. She said that, oh, it's a parent's decision to let these kids go to the shows or not, whatever. So leaving the parents aside, you willingly brought kids on stage at your Miranda Sings concerts and shows and did what can be looked at as inappropriate acts with underage kids. And that is your fault. I think here she's trying to shift the blame onto, like, for example, Becky's parent being like, oh, it's your parents' fault, not mine. I said on my shows are PG-13. So it's not my fault that I brought you up on stage and I made you feel uncomfortable and I made you essentially traumatized, but it's your fault. It's your parents' fault. Actually, not yours, it's your parents' fault. So I do also hear her a lot saying that it wasn't her intention, or right now when she said, oh, it was never my intention to manipulate. So people can argue all day long about what Colleen's intentions were. But at the end of the day, no matter what someone's intentions are, even if your intention is good, it does not mean that you're doing a good thing. You could still be harming someone, even if you have the right intentions, if that makes sense. So even if your intentions are good, that does not mean you're inherently doing something good. And I think that it takes a lot to realize that in life. Like if you had a good intention to do something, but it turned out to not be a good thing for people, even though your intention's good, it doesn't mean that what you did was good. You hurt people and you could say, my intentions were great and I apologize. I'm sorry that even though my intentions were good and this is what I wanted out of this situation, this is what happened. I can see that you're hurt by it and I'm so sorry that I hurt you because my intentions were not to do that. So I apologize. That's what she should have said. If her intention was this at her show, and this is how it made someone feel, it didn't make someone feel good, it traumatized a human being, she should have apologized for that. Because again, you can have good intentions and then not actually do a good thing.
So I just wanted to say that the only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser who didn't understand I shouldn't respond to fans, and I'm not a predator even though a lot of you think so, because 5 years ago I made a fart joke. So, even though I know this video won't change anyone's mind about me, I still felt it was important to come on here and defend myself a little. and take accountability.
But you're not taking accountability. I'm so confused. Like, I have no words, but I have words. Does that make sense? Because you made a song that represents how, apparently everything's a lie. Everything was made for clout. It's because people are monetizing your demise, how it's a toxic gossip train. Like, that's what you're saying. You're saying how people are attacking you, they're harming you, whatever. Like, you're minimizing what people are accusing you of, and you're minimizing what those people have gone through. So nowhere in this did you take accountability and apologize to the victims that spoke out about you. Again, I don't think this video is doing her any favors in her, like, trying to defend herself. In my opinion, I think it's doing quite the opposite. So again, at the beginning, she says, I'm taking accountability. Parts in the song, she's like, but it's all lies. None of it's true. It's all made for clout. Like, she's essentially saying everything's a lie. It's a rumor. Now she's saying she's sitting here on this song taking accountability. No, you're not, because you're calling everything a lie. You're sitting here blaming parents. You're shifting blame. You're calling things a lie. You're saying it's just rumors. You're not taking accountability then. Taking accountability would be admitting to your wrongdoing. But if you're not going to admit to what you're doing wrong, there's no point in saying you're taking accountability, because you're not. That's not what this video is. Do y'all think she's taking accountability in this video? Let me know, because maybe I'm watching something and getting the wrong impression, but no. My impression is she's not taking any sort of accountability.
And I also wanted to say that to anyone out there who has ever supported me in any capacity, I really, really appreciate you. Thank you. For what it's worth, I never had any bad intentions. But I do feel like shit. The toxic gossip train, you're chugging down the tracks of misinformation. Toxic gossip train, you got a one-way ticket to manipulation station. Toxic gossip train, you tied me to the tracks and harassed me for my past. Rumors look like facts when you don't mind the gaps. I won't survive in the crash, but hey, I hope you had some fun.
Nobody is having fun. I'm not having fun. This was not a fun thing to look into. The things that you have sent kids, the actions that you have taken are not fun things to look into. They're kind of dark if we're being serious. So it's not something that people are having fun speaking about, and it's definitely not fun for the people speaking out about you and people speaking about their own experiences. Some people have lived through trauma, and they're talking about that trauma. They're talking about the real lived experiences that they have gone through. It's not fun. It's not fun speaking about it. It's not fun making commentary about it. And it's definitely not fun for the people that spoke out about it and they're watching this video right now. I don't think anyone at home is sitting and cheering like, yes, amazing. I'm so glad I read those messages. No.
Actually, you know, I feel like maybe I should let you guys know something. It seems like maybe you're confused about something. I don't know. Let me try to help. Sometimes people make a mistake and it doesn't make them a horrible person. Whoa. Sometimes people can make a mistake and they're still a good person. Crazy, I know. Sometimes people can make a mistake and you don't have to take that mistake, oh no. And twist it up and grind it and add some lies to it and pulverize it and stab it with knives and ruin a life and oh no. Sometimes people can make a mistake. It doesn't mean you gotta send them hate, oh no. Sometimes people can make a mistake and you can kindly let them know and help them to grow. Sometimes people make mistakes simply because they made a mistake. And that mistake doesn't make them a terrible human. It just makes them a human. But what do I know? Fuck me, right?
So in conclusion, my final thoughts, I feel like I've said it a million times though throughout this video, I do believe that Colleen's reaction to people speaking out about her is highly inappropriate. I think that anyone who spoke out about their experience as a child with Colleen are victims, and these victims deserve to be heard. They deserve to speak out. They deserve to be apologized to. And in my opinion, I think that some of the things that these victims have talked about are things that can have a lot of lifelong trauma for them and things that they have to work through mentally and with their mental health. And the type of allegations that are being made towards Colleen are not just dumb allegations of someone doing something stupid one time or making one dumb mistake. These are allegations of grooming, manipulating children, having inappropriate relationships with her fans that were children, allegations of sending lingerie to underage kids, allegations of doing inappropriate things on stage at her shows to kids, and more. These are serious allegations that should not be taken lightly. And I feel like her video reacting to these allegations was a ridiculous way to respond to the type of allegations at hand. Maybe if it was like a dumb little thing that she had done in her past, like, I don't know, she said something wrong, or I don't know, I can't even think of like something dumb, like a dumb little mistake. She could have made this kind of reaction, right? But for the type of allegations that are being brought upon Colleen, this is not the way to respond. This is not the type of reaction to have. And I think that these allegations should be taken very seriously by Colleen, and she should be responding seriously. So I do hope to see Colleen actually take accountability, apologize, and talk about what she will be doing moving forward and the changes that she is going to be making as a person, an influencer, a content creator. But I guess it's just a matter of time to see if she does do that and she listens to kind of what the internet is saying when they're talking about this video, and that it's a ridiculous way to react to these type of allegations. So let me know what you all think of this video down below, what you guys think of the way Colleen reacted. I'd be very curious. What do you guys think of her responding with a song and a ukulele, with the type of things that she was saying? I'd be curious to hear what you have to say. If you made it this far in the video, leave a heart emoji in the comments down below. Let me know what you would like me to talk about next. Any influencer thing or scam or MLM commentary that you would like me to talk about. I would love to hear what you guys are wanting me to talk about. So with that being said, don't forget to leave a like and a comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next video.